What is up, people? This is the Vinyl Casket, home to the lamest taste. You can check me out on Twitch and YouTube at the Vinyl Casket, all one word, where you can subscribe, like, and comment. Hit the bell for much, much more. Remember to tune in every week for our comic book reviews. We are up to date. We are not late this week with our comic book reviews. You can check out the playlist for all the ones for the last about 3 years that I've been doing on this channel. We go Indies, Marvel, DC. We rate them 1 through 10. Every Wednesday we get them, we read them, we bag and board them. We take pictures in the Lightbox for the Instagram over at Vinyl Casket Comics, where we upload every comic we get with little mini write-ups, how I'm feeling about the series, about the book, what I like about it, art, whatever. I have last week's and this week's to upload. All the photos are ready to go, so that will be coming soon. You can check out the channel for a couple of trailer reactions I did. I have more coming, as well as show and movie reviews, Ant-Man review coming up, Bupkis review, Wu-Tang Season 3 review will be coming soon, and there's one more I couldn't remember. Air. So Air will be that last review. Okay, so let's get right into the comics right now. Starting off with Image and Skybound, issue 1 of a new Robert Kirkman book. If you don't know who Robert Kirkman is, he's the man that created The Walking Dead. He's been heavily involved with Skybound forever. And this was a book that was announced a while ago. I put it on my pull list when it was announced. When Image announced like a bunch of new titles, I said, this looks cool, artwork looks pretty cool, let's go with it. And at the time I was reading a lot of Image books. I've slowly reduced the number of Image books. It's still a lot, but I didn't even know this was Skybound at the time. I think this was announced before Skybound had their big like rebranding, where they're kind of really pushing themselves. Like, it says Image, but it's the Skybound logo, it's not the eye. There is no eye on here, so that's interesting. But it turns out, and it was kind of spoiled to me like right before I read it, that this was like a big revelation in a new universe kind of thing going on that Robert Kirkman has kind of started up. And it turns out that Image and Skybound have the rights to Transformers and G.I. Joe now, which is very strange. I'm pretty sure IDW is still making Transformers books, but Void Rivals is the first in a thing called the Energon universe, or whatever they want to call it. Interesting. Basically, there's 2 alien races here that turn out to be the same thing. But there's been like an ongoing endless war between the two, but they wear these suits to fight in space, and I had no idea that they both look identical. They're supposed to talk to each other, whatever. They have the robot on. This one has like an android on his wrist, a wrist droid or whatever it is. Very interesting concept here. They get stranded on a planet. They have to work together to try to get out. They find a ship. It turns out they give power to it. Turns out it's Jetfire, which is wild revelation here that this is a Transformers series, or ties in. And apparently there's a new Transformers series coming. There is a couple G.I. Joe series coming, and they're all set in this Void Rivals universe. Very interested to see what's going to happen. Does Jetfire return? He was talking about Cybertron. Very, very, very interesting. Just for the shock value alone, I'm going to give this I want to say 7.5. Okay, moving on to Marvel. We have a 20th Century Studios book. This is the variant cover for issue 3 of Planet of the Apes. Awesome cover. Continues to be a really good series. I'm really liking the internal artwork. I'm really liking the backup story, and I don't really know where they're going with it, but I am enjoying the ride there. Very cool concept. It's like the plot of the remake movies, the remake trilogy. It's kind of that plot, but very expanded upon and drawn out. focusing on other aspects that the movie did not look on. So that's really cool. I am really enjoying it. So I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. See, like I'm struggling with these reviews, with these rankings. Moving on to issue 24 of Moon Knight. This is the A cover. Moon Knight is a series that, so it's 24 issues, right? For the first, I want to say like 20 issues, maybe 19. I was really liking the series, but as they've gotten on, I've slowly lost my interest, right? Like 18, 19, 20 were still really good and entertaining, but like that spark that I had originally kind of started to fade, but it was still good. And then the last like 4 issues have just like felt out of place. I know there was a couple fillers. This storyline hasn't really taken off, and this is supposed to be that takeoff issue. It just kind of felt redundant. It's still good. Artwork's good. Writing's good. McKay's still doing a good job. I just think something's got to happen to spark it for me, or I'm going to have to drop it. Just because I feel like it's not living up to that original feeling that the run gave me. I'm still going to give it a 6.5 out of 10. I still think it's pretty solid. I still recommend the series, though. Okay, moving on to the last Marvel book of the week. We have issue 27, a cover of Amazing Spider-Man. On the other hand, really enjoying this series. I know some people don't like the artwork. It's okay. I don't care. I am thoroughly enjoying the Spider-Man run. I know lots of people critiquing it. I think that this whole run from issue 1 to issue 27 has been enjoyable. There's been peaks, there's been lows, there's been highs and mids, whatever. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I have been enjoying the writing. Certain art styles here are good, certain aren't. Finally getting that storyline wrapped up that started in issue 1. I'm very happy that that's over and we can move forward. And it looks like Wells is coming back with Superior Spider-Man, and it looks like this Doc Ock story that's going on right now is going to lead into that. So I'm really excited to see where we go with that. I'm going to give this a 7. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Then going into DC, we have issue 2, cardstock cover of Green Lantern. This is Jeremy Adams recently coming off of his Flash run, and I'm really enjoying the artwork here. I'm really enjoying the writing. I like the Kilowog just hanging out on Earth. I love this weird, like, how is he getting powers? I don't understand it. It's really cool though. The John Stewart backup story is interesting, and the Guy Gardner, whatever that is, story, the last backup is very interesting. It's weird, but I'm down with it. This series is solid so far. 2 issues in, I'm really enjoying it. I trust Jeremy Adams. I think that allowing him to just have one series and let him run with it is really interesting and really good. I wish he was still on Flash, but this will have to do for now. With that being said, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Moving on to issue 8, cardstock cover of Boom Boom Boom, Wildcats. The Wildstorm original characters here. This series has done a phenomenal job of references and bringing out characters from all over the Wildstorm universe that DC now owns, originally from Image. Jim Lee's universe of creations come to life in DC. I know DC has written them before, but this series has done a really good job of bringing these characters into this modern generation. At the beginning of Infinite Frontier, we got to see a lot of what's her name? What's her code name? I always forget it, but we got a lot of her and a lot of Grifter. And now that in that like Batman Urban Legends title, we got to see that Grifter's team was back. We're really excited for Wildcats. Finally got the series. And this storyline is good. On this alternate universe, we have this badass young Damien who just recently passed away. And all these alternate versions, Grifter's brother, all sorts of cool stuff going on. And the amount of Wildstorm characters that are being used here from all over the brand's history is incredible, because we're getting Team 7 guys, we're getting Wildstorm, we're getting Stormwatch, we're getting Wildcats, we're getting all sorts of different characters. Maul, everyone you can think of, right, is here, and I'm loving it. Really good series, highly suggested. Gonna give it a 8 out of 10. And then the final book of the week is Batman Incorporated issue 9 variant cover, and this cover is awesome. And this series is awesome. I saw some people online talking shit about it. Want to address it real quick? No, you're wrong. Okay, moving on. This is great. The way they're able to address all the different members and teams within the team while also addressing Ghostmaker. The Spanish Batman, I always forget I don't know how it's the Spanish word for bat, I believe. But his relationship with Ghostmaker has started off really rocky and they've been getting close, and they've been working together, and I'm really enjoying that relationship. Them confronting the Joker has been awesome. These other Joker clown guys taking on and causing all these issues for the other members, and each member trying to go rescue another member, and then having to deal with another clown is really smart. I like this setup, I like this staging, and I like the storyline. I'm excited to see where it goes. I'm excited to see what they do with it. I am enjoying that the reserve members of Batman Inc. are also being used. I like how we got a whole bunch of characters in the last story. I hope they come back soon. Really enjoying this. I'm going to give this an 8.5 out of 10. And I really do suggest that if you're into Batman, if you're in the side characters, if you liked the original Batman Inc. run, highly suggested you pick this up. I'm really enjoying it. With that being said, guys, we're going to run through a very quick top 5 here. I think that's how I got to do it. Wildcats at 5, Planet of the Apes at 4, Spider-Man at 3, Void Rivals at 2, and then Batman Inc. at 1. And that is my lineup for the week. Thank you guys for tuning in. Remember to check out the playlist for all of the weekly reviews I've done for the last 3 or so years. You can also check out deep in the channel for old episodes of the weekly roundup, and 1 month later, where I discussed some of these books throughout in more in depth with my friends online. That's always fun to check out. Check out the trailers, trailer reactions, movie reviews, TV show reviews. We have a whole bunch of stuff, unboxings and stuff. More content will be coming. I'm trying to restructure everything. I kind of fell off the last month or so. Lots been going on. I'm very disorganized and messy right now. I'm just trying to get back into the flow of things. I got manga to review. I got movies to review. We will get into that shortly. With that being said, guys, remember, it's the home to lamest taste. This is The Vinyl Casket, all one word, over on Twitch and YouTube. You can subscribe, like, and comment, hit the bell for much, much more. Remember to do me a massive, 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 massive favor, and I need you to stay lame.